Hi friends, and happy Capricorn full moon, because I'm recording today on the 24th of June, so the full moon is on. And as I promised in this video, I would like to mention just a couple of words for each separate zodiac sign. What development and events in your life you can possibly expect, as they can be triggered by this full moon. The effects of it might come these days, or they might last up to 2 weeks, the following 2 weeks, basically until the following new moon. Yeah, so the next important phase of the moon, when new energies will come into our lives. Because this full moon happens at a very early degrees of Capricorn, at 3 degrees, right? So it is possible that it takes place in one or another house of your natal chart, right? It can be at the end of a house or at the beginning of the next house. So that is why I will have a look on both options. I will mention for every zodiac sign, and I do base my predictions, of course, on the ascendant, the rising sign, because that's how we start building the natal chart. So today I will give two options, what areas of life it's possible this full moon to trigger for you. And as well, I will be giving the good news of Jupiter, because this full moon has very nice positive aspects to the planet of luck and big happiness, Jupiter, which is located also in some part of your natal chart currently transiting, right? But again, it's at 2 degrees of Pisces. So since I don't know each of your personal natal charts, I will give my suggestion about in which area of life it's possible that Jupiter is transiting currently for your ascendant sign. Of course, you can watch and listen to this forecast as well for your sun sign, and even you can combine it with the information about your moon sign, because this will reflect more your inner feelings and reactions towards the mentioned events. All right. As well, I would like to draw one tarot card from my lovely Golden Art Nouveau tarot deck for each zodiac sign. Maybe this one card could give you some kind of a hint or a clue, advice about something in your life for the next 2 weeks. So remember that every full moon brings us usually some kind of culmination of some process. It might bring some news or revelations, yeah, shed light on some issue. For some people, full moons can bring fruition of their efforts, of the process, or as well it can bring some endings. But remember, everything happens for exclusively for our benefit and personal growth and development. So I would like to start with the stars of the week, Capricorns. For you, in your natal charts, the full moon most probably takes place either in your 12th house or in your first house. The energy of these two areas of life is extremely different, because if the new moon happens in your 12th house, it might be indicating something about your physical, mental, or even emotional health and well-being. The 12th house is the house of isolation, of rest, of long and far away journeys. So maybe you are going on holidays to some exotic island to spend some time alone meditating, or possibly it will reveal some truth about your physical or psychological state, so you can then seek for some solution and medicine. Also, the 12th house is the house of endings. So maybe something in your life will reach its peak, it will reach its culmination, and it will finally be over. You will get over something which wasn't good for you in some way. You will leave something behind. Also, 12th house is the house of secrets, so maybe some secret will be revealed for you. But if you look at your natal chart and the full moon takes place in your first house, well, then it's a completely different story, because then it's all about some news and culminations in your one-to-one relationships, in your your relationship with people, with the world, or something about, again, about your health, about your physical state, about your body, or something about your look and your image. Perhaps you will decide to try a completely new haircut and, let's say, be done with some old style of yours. As I mentioned, the full moon is very nicely linked with Jupiter, and Jupiter currently is transiting either your second house or your third house, which means that all the events happening on and around this full moon will have some kind of a positive effect. And here it depends. If it's in your second house, then the good news and good luck will come to your financial area, of your income, of your work, of your possessions. Maybe you will get some bonus, financial bonus reward from work, or you will finally buy yourself something big, expensive, beautiful, that will make you really happy. Or if Jupiter is transiting currently your third house, then you will get a lot of hustle and bustle around you, a lot of chats and communications with your siblings, cousins, extended family, neighbors, your close surroundings, yeah, people with whom you live in the city, in the block of flats, for instance. So a lot of exchange of information physically or online in internet. And certainly if you do something with commerce, trading, marketing, promotions, PR, then you will get super positive news in those areas, and good luck as well. So let's draw one card for you, Capricorns, as a little hint about the full moon, what possibly the full moon can bring to your life for the next 2 weeks for Capricorns. Wow, so the card for you, Capricorns, is Page of Cups. Cups is a water energy. It's all about emotions and feelings, and the page either symbolizes children, some young people in your life will bring you some joy and satisfaction, or it's like Jupiter in Pisces. Pisces is also a water sign. So definitely sweet, good luck and positive experiences and emotions. Or also pages might symbolize some new beginnings, some news. Yeah, so you might get some lovely news or some signs of attention and love by someone you hold dear to your heart. Or maybe this is you, Capricorn, even though you aren't usually so sweet and childish. This is more about Cancers, your opposite sign. Nevertheless, maybe you will express some lovely emotions and take care of someone whom you hold dear and you love. Right, so for Aquarius, for you, the full moon in Capricorn happens either in your 12th house or maybe in your 11th house. You should definitely check your natal chart, but I will discuss the both options. So if the full moon happens in your 12th house, it might mean that you need some time on your own, alone, whether at home or leave to some faraway exotic country or island and get some good rest. Maybe there will be some news about your health, psychological, emotional, physical well-being, something that you will need to attend and take care of. 12th house is the house of secrets, so maybe there will be some revelation of something previously hidden for you. And also 12th house is the house of endings, so perhaps it's time for you to conclude some process or period or relationship in your life in order to move forward. But if you discover that the full moon in Capricorn happens actually in your 11th house, that means a little bit the opposite, because 11th house is the house of friendships, of being in the public, of being busy with some social projects with like-minded people. So certainly maybe your project will come to some fruition. And some culmination, or maybe you will find the best interest club for you, and you will meet a lot of nice, friendly, like-minded people. You will find your perfect friendships, your society. As well, 11th house is the house of our wishes, dreams, and goals for the future. So either some of those will be completed for you, and you will get your rewards and fruits. That's great. Or you will suddenly set up new dreams and wishes and goals for yourself and for your future. Now, Capricorn full moon has lovely aspects to Jupiter, the planet of luck, expansion, and big happiness. And currently Jupiter is transiting, well, either your first or your second house. It makes a difference, because if Jupiter is transiting your first house, then you personally will feel so blessed, so lucky, so happy, and you will feel like you want to share this state of being with others. So I think you will have big luck as well in your one-to-one relationships. People will be drawn towards you. They will love to communicate with you, because everyone likes happy, positive people, right? As well, it's about, first house is about your image, so maybe you will change your look and you will look absolutely stunning and gorgeous. But also be careful, because Jupiter is about expanding and first house is our health and body. So either you will really feel in a great shape, and you probably should do some exercises, Aquarius, or you might get some extra kilograms. So depends what you want, but it's all gonna make you very happy, don't worry. If Jupiter transits your second house, then you will get great bonuses from work, financial incomes, bigger incomes, or maybe something nice like a promotion at work will happen that again will bring you better self-esteem and better money. And also second house is about our belongings, our possessions. It's about everything that brings pleasure to our five senses. So certainly you can spoil yourself in a big way. Of course, be careful not to spend way too much money, you know, kind of have some wise limits. But whatever you buy for yourself or your loved ones will make you feel very, very satisfied and happy, Aquarius. So let's draw a card for you from the tarot deck as a little hint or advice about the full moon and the following 2 weeks for Aquarius. What will tarot say about the energy? Wow, well, we have 9 of Swords. Well, swords are air energy, just like your sign. So it's all about the mind, it's about the thoughts, it's about the mental activity. And 9 of Swords actually speaks about some kind of mental unease, unrest in the mind. You see this person wakes up in the middle of the night, having some trouble sleeping, having some possibly nightmares, or just some heavy thoughts. So if that's the case, maybe this could be related to the 12th house of subconscious. So perhaps the full moon actually will illuminate some inner psychological problem that you were never aware of, but it was always inside of you. But don't worry, 9 is just a pre-last card in the minor arcanas. So once you discover the problem, psychological problem, or some negative thought patterns in your life, once you become aware of them, you will be you will have luck finding the right teachers or people or solutions to eliminate this problem. If you feel like you are a bit depressed or in a bad mood, then again maybe you should seek an advice of some specialist, but certainly you will solve the problem with the help of benefic Jupiter. And sometimes everything is just in our minds. This card shows a person who just had some bad dream, but it doesn't mean that in reality it happens indeed, right? It's just a dream that we have to exhale in the morning and just start freshly the new day and forget about the bad dreams. All right, next for Pisces. Pisces, the full moon happens either in your 10th house or your 11th house. Makes a difference, because if it happens in your 10th house, it means that you will have great culmination, fruition, or at least some kind of news regarding your work, your career, something about your social status. Maybe it will increase, go up. So yeah, maybe it's some financial reward, or maybe you are finally going on deserved retirement, pension, or you quit job because you just became a parent, right? So it's all very exciting and good news. And if the full moon in Capricorn happens in your 11th house, then it's about a culmination of some social project involving a lot of people. It's about you finding your community, like-minded people, friends, joining some proper interest clubs for you, right? Or maybe ending some of those activities, because full moon can be as well ending of processes. And the full moon in Capricorn has lovely aspects, makes lovely aspects to Jupiter, the planet of fortune, good luck, and huge happiness without limits. Currently, Jupiter transits either your, let's see, either your 1st or your 12th house. So it makes a big difference, because if Jupiter transits your 1st house, then you will feel absolutely beautifully happy, joyful, lucky. And since 1st house is how other people see us, people will just love you. They will be just very attracted to you. You'll find a lot of really friends and people who will admirers people who will admire you, and that's a good look also for your one-to-one relationships. But be careful, because Jupiter is a planet without limitations and borders, so it brings expansion, and first house is the house of our health and body. So of course it's better to take care of your health, to feel, you will feel great, but you might gain a little bit of weight with Jupiter transiting your first house. But if it transits your 12th house, then you will really feel very blessed and satisfied internally, psychologically, emotionally. You will feel lovely being alone by yourself at home, chilling, relaxing, meditating, or maybe you will go somewhere for deserved holiday, somewhere far away from the civilization, maybe on some nice deserted beach or tropical island. I wish you this would be great to do this. You will find joy in some spiritual and esoteric work and communication with such people who would be like psychologists or teachers or some kind of guru or priest or preacher, right? Depends on your beliefs. So certainly you will find joy even in some time alone. Really depends. You have to check your own natal chart, which house Jupiter transits at the moment. Right, and let me draw a card for you, Pisces. A card advice regarding the full moon in Capricorn. Right. Well, for you we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands. You see there are no people on this card, and wands are the element of fire in tarot. So they represent great visions, ideas, passion, inspiration, desire to take action, to be the leader, the pioneer, even in some matters. It's really a great card for action, because also the Eight of Wands represents speed. So something is flying towards you, some really revelation or news as per the full moon in Capricorn, or some new inspiration for you, some new project maybe at work, yeah, as we discussed, or maybe it's about you finding the best friends and community for yourself as per the 11th house, or you just really quickly packing your suitcases to go on this wonderful holiday to have some nice rest. All right, so for Aries, the full moon in Capricorn happens either in your 9th house or in your 10th house. So if it happens in your 9th house, then you get some culmination in processes related either to studying, if you attend some university, maybe you are graduating soon, right, in the next 2 weeks, or vice versa, you're just starting your studies, you have decided which speciality to start attending. Maybe you're a teacher, so it will bring some fruition, culmination for your teaching efforts. Also, 9th house could indicate writers, publishers, all kind of authority figures. It could be preacher, it could be a person, influencer, yeah, someone whom other people look for advices and opinion. So that's great. And also 9th house is the house of traveling. So maybe you are setting on a journey for some nice summer holidays. That's fantastic. And 9th house also rules legal matters. So perhaps you are finishing or winning a lawsuit. If the full moon happens in your 10th house, then it brings fruition and culmination at your career, at your work, some change in your social status. Maybe you become a parent, maybe you retire, maybe you move up the career ladder or quit your office job and finally open your own business, right? So some kind of endings or revelations or culminations related to your career. Now, the full moon in Capricorn has lovely aspects with the planet of the big happiness, Jupiter. And Jupiter currently transits either your 12th house or your 11th house. So, if Jupiter transits your 12th house, that means a lot of internal happiness. Yeah, let's wait for the kids to pass maybe. So, yeah, 12th house is the house of our subconscious, a house of staying alone with oneself or going somewhere far, far away to some island or really exotic country, far away from the society and the hustle and bustle. So maybe you are about to have such a wonderful holiday, or you will truly enjoy some nice quiet time alone meditating, and it will bring you inner peace and happiness, and you will solve some either health issues or some psychological or emotional issues. Also, 12th house is the house of revealing secrets, so maybe you'll get some super nice information that will make you happy. And 12th house is the house of endings, so something in your life that wasn't making you particularly joyful will come to an end. But maybe Jupiter transfers your 11th house, and in this case it indicates a lot of cool social projects, involvement with like-minded people, finding nice friends, and really Jupiter is always a lot. It means plentitude. So you'll certainly feel happy with some kind of activities that you like. And also 11th house is the house of our wishes, dreams and goals. So either some of your wishes comes a reality, making you feeling good, or you will set up new lovely goals and wishes for your future. And let's check a tarot card for you, Aries, for the full moon in Capricorn. Something like an advice for you from my golden tarot deck. Right, well, for you we have the Page of Swords. The swords are air element in tarot, so they talk about communication, about thinking, mental activity, talking, and the page. This is the Page of Swords. So pages usually represent children, kids. So maybe you will be interacting, talking a lot with some children. Well, maybe being a teacher, you will teach them something, or they will teach you something. Or pages also might mean some news, or something new coming into your life, but in this case more like really a news or an idea. Something will come to your mind, some new inspiration or some new nice idea to develop in the future, maybe perhaps about your next goal in life. But also it's about studying and education. Maybe you will really subscribe to some courses. All right, so next we have Taurus. For you, the full moon in Capricorn happens either in your 8th or in your 9th house. Depends, you should check your natal chart. If you see that the moon in 3 degrees Capricorn falls in your 8th house, then it's about some news or culminations in financial matters relating not your finances but the money of your partner, let's say money of your family or of your business partner, some kind of investments, maybe income, like passive income, you know, from renting some property, or you will sell something and receive some money. So that kind of matters will be triggered by this full moon. As well, eighth house is about spirituality and psychology, so maybe some culmination in some deep inner spiritual and emotional or psychological process or healing for you. And last but not least, eighth house is about intimate partnerships, so maybe you will go to a next level in your relationship or find this right second half, yeah, or better half, how do we say it in English, for you, like a partner with whom you really can bond on a very deep, lovely level. Or there will be some kind of maybe culmination or ending of such a relationship. Now, this full moon in Capricorn is very lovely connected with Jupiter, the planet of luck, expansion, and big happiness. And Jupiter transits either your 11th house or your 10th house. So if it transits your 11th house, then you will experience great joy with your friends, attending some social events, something like a cause that you truly believe in, and you are united with your like-minded friends and people. That's fantastic, right? Also, 11th house is about our dreams and goals about the future, so maybe you will get the fulfillment of some long wanted wish that will make you super glad and happy, or you will set up some new big goals, like sky is the limit for you currently in this case. Or if Jupiter transits your 10th house, then you will get great news and rewards and pleasure from your role in the society, your work, your career. Maybe you will discover and be recognized for your great mission in life that you are accomplishing, or yeah, you will get some moving up the career ladder, or opening your own business, or I don't know, becoming a parent, or but something that will make you very, very happy. And let's draw a card from the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot deck for you, like a card advice regarding the full moon in Capricorn for you, Taurus. Wow, for you we have the Nine of Pentacles. This is your element, Taurus. This is earth element, and you see this lady, how happy she is, how satisfied she is, even though she is kind of alone on the picture. She's self-sufficient, absolutely. So Nine of Pentacles represents great health, great financial stability, absolute joy and satisfaction. Yeah, feeling just great, feeling lovely financially, professionally. So just enjoy what Jupiter will bring you as present, and enjoy yourself most of all. But I think, Tauruses, you can do that. We all can learn from you this being always cool and relaxed and in a proper nice mood, and grounded. So Nine of Pentacles is a great card advice for you. Right. So for Gemini, for you, Gemini, the full moon in Capricorn takes place either in your 7th or your 8th house. You should check your personal natal chart. 3 degrees Capricorn. So if it's 7th house, then it's some kind of culminations, revelations about your one-to-one relationships. It can be with your spouse, with your partner, or with your business partners. It can be something about important contracts, right? So you will get more clarity, more information about these topics, or maybe some ending of a contract with one client in order to another project to start very soon, right? After 2 weeks in 2 weeks with the next new moon. Maybe you will get to know something about your partner, or there will be some news just from the side of your partners. If the full moon happens in your 8th house, then can be a culmination of some financial process. And we talk about finances that you don't earn personally, but you get from your partner, your family, your investments, passive incomes, maybe inheritance, something like this. You might receive maybe a loan from a bank, support for your business, or at least you will get some much more clarity about it. 8th house is also about psychological and emotional transformation and healing, so maybe you will come to this. And last but not least, 8th house is about intimate relationships, so maybe there will be some culmination in your personal, really intimate life. Quite kind of a lot of indications about focus on your partnership with some either business or personal partner and their finances. And this full moon in Capricorn has lovely aspects with the planet of big happiness and good fortune, Jupiter. Jupiter transits currently, again, either your 9th or your 10th house. So if it's your 10th house, then you will get great rewards from your professional activity. Maybe you are being promoted. Maybe you open your own business. Maybe you get the funds to open what you truly love, like a business, right? Maybe you become a parent or grandparent, or you retire, or you start the dream job, right? Or it can be transiting your 9th house. In this case, you'll get a lot of luck and satisfaction with your studying or teaching projects. If you're a teacher, or maybe you're graduating now from university, or you start a bachelor or master degree, maybe you start or finish writing and publishing a book, then it will be will get great public and great acceptance. And 9th house is also about traveling, so if you are planning a holiday, you'll very much enjoy it. And finally, it's about legal matters, so maybe you will end or win a lawsuit. Right, Gemini, so let's also draw a card for you from the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot deck. It's like a card advice for this full moon and the following 2 weeks of its influence. So let's see what the cards have to say. All right. Oh, great. It's 3 of Pentacles. Pentacles is an earth element in tarot, so it's about the health, body, finances. There you go. And the three Three of Pentacles, it's about either exams, so maybe you are indeed a student and you will get some study or professional examination, and you will do just great. You will receive appraisals. Or it's about cooperation, so we were talking about something about your partners. So this is a card in which 3 people are building a cathedral, a temple, right? So each of them contributes equally knowledge, resources and skills, and together they will do a great job of their life. So it's about your skills mastery, it's about studying, learning, and it's about also cooperating with others. Fantastic. Right, next, Cancer. Cancer, for you, the full moon in Capricorn happens either in your 7th or your 6th house. Now, if you should check your natal chart to see where falls 3 degrees of Capricorn. So if it's your 7th house, then it's some kind of culmination and revelation, some shedding of light onto your one-to-one relationships, partnerships, personal ones as well as business ones. Maybe you will, or there will be some news concerning your partners. But also it can be about your 6th house, which concerns your work and health issues. So if you feel not very well lately and you were wondering what is going on, now you will get to know the truth about your health condition. You'll find the right specialist, doctor, medical facility, medicine to treat yourself. In your work, there will be some culmination, perhaps, of some work projects, ending of some previous work project, so in 2 weeks can start a new one. Maybe you are changing jobs, or maybe you do some house repairment works, right? So it can be finally the final stage and ending of repairing your property, and it's like your day-to-day activities. Yeah, maybe you get super tired already of life, how you were living it before now, until now, and you will be decided finally to change something in your daily regime, in your routine, in your habits. Maybe start living more healthy life, or quitting bad habit. It will be great time for this. Now, this full moon has lovely aspects with the planet of luck, joy, and big happiness, Jupiter. And Jupiter transits, well, either your ninth or your eighth house. You should check again your chart to see. So if Jupiter transits your ninth house, then you will get luck in all matters concerning studies, education, like teaching as well, becoming an authority for people around you, or finding maybe the right specialist for you, the right doctor. Maybe you're graduating from university, maybe you finally decide what kind of career you want to pursue in the future. So ninth house is also about traveling, so you might go for some lovely holidays and truly enjoy yourself there. Or ninth house finally is about legal matters, so maybe you are finishing or winning a lawsuit, a court trial. But if Jupiter transits currently your eighth house, then you will get lovely financial benefits, whether from your partner, your family, maybe as an inheritance, maybe as a successfully approved credit, a loan in the bank. Maybe you will rent a property that you don't live in, and you'll start getting passive income. Yeah, something on this line. Eighth house is also about deep psychological and emotional transformations. So maybe you will find some interesting school of esoterics or spirituality. You'll start learning about these topics that will bring you great joy and healing and understanding of yourself. Maybe your work with your therapist or psychologist has been also very successful, and you feel way better psychologically. You pass to a next level, being much calmer, happier, healed person. Well, and finally, eighth house is about intimate relationships, so you might be very, very extremely happy with your partner, with your special one. Right, and let's draw a card for you, Cancer, regarding this Capricorn full moon. Card advice, hint about the next 2 weeks. Wow, you get the last major arcana, the World. Well, it's truly about ending of a cycle as per a full moon. It's really card of you being satisfied and happy with how the matter or the process is finishing. It's also a preparation for a next process, because everything in life is in a constant development. And it's also a card of no borders, no limits, like the planet Jupiter. So maybe you will be immensely happy. And it's the card of traveling, of journeys, and of a lot of communication with people from different countries and different cultures. So maybe you are going, you'll get some nice financial support, and you're going on holidays, Cancer, so enjoy it. Okay, for Leo. Leo, for you, the full moon happens either in your 5th or in your 6th house. Check your personal natal chart. If 3 degrees of Capricorn is in your 5th house, then you get some culmination in some artistic, creative project, some fruits you get, some rewards from your hobby or your business, something that brings you pleasure and joy. You will now reach the peak, the culmination of this activity or project, or you will be wrapping it up, ending, to start a new one. Also, it can be referring to your relationship with your children. You will get to know something about them, or you will have news about your romantic partner and romantic relationship might come to a next level, or if it's not bringing you the deserved pleasure and joy like you, Leo, deserve, then you might as well end it. If this full moon happens in your 6th house, then it's a sign that you will get news about your work and your health. It's about your body, it's about your lifestyle, your daily regime. So maybe some habit will finish, you will end some bad habit perhaps, and you will start a more healthy life. Maybe if you were wondering about some health issue, you will get to the root of the matter. You'll find the right proper specialist for you. You will get the right diet for yourself. You'll start exercising. So something along these lines, and also maybe a conclusion, termination of some work project as well is possible, or some duties and responsibilities that you have at home. Yeah, taking care of someone or making some repairs of your house. So this full moon is in lovely aspects to the planet of luck and joy and big happiness, Jupiter. And Jupiter currently transits either your 8th or your 7th house. Again, you should check your natal chart. So if you see that Jupiter now is in your 8th house, then you will get great presence, like really material, physical presence, or financial support by your partner, by your family, by a bank, or maybe you will rent your property and get some passive income. But certainly Jupiter will bring you a lot of presence in this financial area, or you will feel great about your, well, psychologically and mentally and emotionally, because 8th house is about these deep inner transformations. So maybe you will, I don't know, stop some bad behavioral pattern, right? And release some kind of inner struggle or pain, right? Coming to terms with this, with yourself. Also, 8th house is about intimate relationships, so maybe your special one partner will make you extremely, extremely happy. And let's draw a tarot card for you, like advice for this full moon and for the following 2 weeks for you, Leos. I'm also Leo. My ascendant is Leo. Oh wow, well, that's the 9 of Swords. Swords are air element in tarot. So it's all about our way of thinking, our mind, our ideas, and our communication. But in this case, you see that there is a person waking up in the middle of the night from a bad dream. So first of all, this card talks about fears in our mind, mostly in our mind. So sometimes we just have to wake up in the morning and acknowledge, okay, I had a bad dream, but the day the sun is shining bright, and the day has nothing to do with my inner worries and fears. So we have to calm ourselves down. I believe Jupiter in 8th house will give us this healing, right? Emotional and psychological healing. So we will overcome our internal nightmares and doubts and fears, because they're only in our mind, and then we will be more free to step into the new world, create a new reality for ourselves. Okay. All right, so next is Virgo. For you, Virgo, this full moon in Capricorn happens either in your fourth or your fifth house. So if it's your fourth house, then you can expect some news at home about your family, about your property, or from your parents. It can be some culmination of a process. So finally you're buying or you're selling a property, a house, or you are moving in with your parents or move out, or you are changing your country of residence, or at least the city, the neighborhood, or you're finishing some house repair work. Or something like this happens in the life of your parents or some close family member. If the full moon happens in your fifth house, then it's a culmination of some creative, artistic project, maybe some rewards you will collect from your business or your hobby. Anything that you truly enjoy doing will bring you now rewards, fruition, come to fruition. It can be some revelation about your romantic partner or romantic life, or it's something about your children. Maybe your children will bring you some news. This full moon is tightly linked, making lovely aspects to Jupiter, the planet of good luck, fortune, and big happiness. And Jupiter transits currently either your seventh or your sixth house, so you might get great news about your health or your work, or because Jupiter is a planet with no limitations, just pure expansion and a lot of everything. So Jupiter might bring you a lot of work projects or duties and responsibilities at home. Maybe you are actually starting house repairs work. Also, Jupiter, like sixth house, is about our bodies and our health, right? So you might gain some weight, kilograms. So be careful with that. Be thoughtful about your diet, but you might get a chance now to start some healthier lifestyle that will make you very, very happy. But if Jupiter transfers your seventh house, then he will bring you a lot of pleasure, happiness, and joy from your one-to-one relationships. Maybe you will get more admirers. Yeah, Jupiter more. Or you get one lovely relationship, or you are getting engaged or getting married. Or there is a success in your business, striking a good deal, finding the right business partners. And also, if you work with clients, Jupiter can bring you a lot of happy, satisfied clients from your job. Right, Virgo, so also let's draw a card for you too as an advice for this full moon in Capricorn for Virgos. Oh wow, you got the Magician, the first card from the major arcanas after the full. So this kind of is male energy, and it's also represented by the planet Mercury, the planet of trading, commerce, communication. Most importantly, the Magician represents this impulse, this inspiration to act. This is the male energy that sees no obstacle, that is like inspired by some creative idea or project and will manifest it. Right? Number one is about the total power and freedom and self-confidence to be your own boss and to to be the connection between the divine and the physical, and indeed to manifest the divine inspiration into your physical world for your own, of course, happiness and benefit. So whichever project you have, like for your health, relationship, work, home, it all will go greatly for you. Just you have to act, Virgo. Okay, so for Libra, for you, this full moon in Capricorn takes place either in your third or your fourth house. You should check where in your natal chart is 3 degrees of Capricorn. So if it's a full moon in your third house, then it's some news from your siblings, cousins, extended family, some news from your neighbors in your block of flats, in your neighborhood, in the city where you live. Maybe it's something concerning your vehicle, your car, for example. Maybe it's you are finally finishing a car repair, or something in these areas is reaching a culmination. Maybe you are getting new neighbors, or you are moving to some new location, so you will meet more people. It's about a lot of exchange of information and communication online and as well as offline, right? So maybe you'll get to know some important news in some social gathering or in some social media, or you are getting feedback, let's say, about your blog in internet, yeah, something you write or share. Also culmination in processes of trading, marketing, commercial activities. If you do such, you might get some fruits and rewards for your activities. If the full moon triggers your fourth house, then it's some news concerning your parents, your family, your home, your property, your residence. Maybe you are changing the place where you're living, or you're renting it or selling it or buying a new house, or you're moving abroad. Yeah, some culmination like this can come for you. This full moon has lovely aspects with Jupiter, the planet of the big happiness and joy and good luck. And Jupiter transits now either your 6th or your 5th house. If it's about your 6th house, then you will get great development about your health condition. You will find the right solution, medicine, doctor, everything you need to actually feel great, feel good vitality, feel happy with your look, with your body. Now, careful, because Jupiter is a planet of expansion, and in 6th house it can give you some good, proper, healthy appetite, but it can you can accumulate some weight, let's say. Maybe you want it, actually, why not? A lot of work might expect you at work, in your career, but you will be very satisfied and happy with it. Also, maybe you're starting repairs in your home. It will look lovely. Your home will look lovely if you do this now. If Jupiter transits your 5th house, then you will get plenty of joy and great time with your children or with your loved ones, your romantic partner. It's a lot of pleasure from your hobby, from your creative projects, a lot of gains from your business activities as well. 5th house is everything we do with love and for pleasure. And so let's also draw a card for you, Libra, for this full moon in Capricorn. Okay, all right. So for you, we have a major arcana, the Tower. So certainly it's a culmination of some process that will destroy something old that was keeping you like a prisoner, either maybe some bad habit, some health condition, maybe a state of mind, maybe some heavy duties and responsibilities in your daily life at work. So it's coming to an end, whether you want it or not. And it's better just to go with the flow, because the Tower usually represents some changes that happen suddenly, shockingly sometimes, but let's remember, everything that happens, all the changes are only for our highest good and benefit and happiness at the end. Scorpio, for you, this full moon triggers either your second or your third house, depends where in your natal chart is 3 degrees of Capricorn. Do check it. So if it's about your second house, then there is some revelation or culmination, or you will get some financial fruits from your work, like salary, money making, income. That's great. Or you will end some old way of making money to start a new job or a new, maybe independent business project. Maybe you will get such a lovely bonus from work and reward and salary that you will buy yourself something that you long time wanted, something that will bring you pleasure and joy, something that will delight your senses, or something for your home or for yourself or for your loved ones. If the full moon happens in your third house, then you can expect a lot of communication, especially with siblings, with neighbors, with friends, people from your closest community and environment. A lot of social interaction, exchange of information, maybe online. Maybe you are keeping a blog, maintaining a blog, so now you will get some new followers, or you will conclude some activity like this. This full moon makes lovely aspects with the planet of huge happiness and expansion, Jupiter. And Jupiter transits currently your 5th or your 4th house. Again, you should check to be sure. So if Jupiter is in your 5th house now, so you will just get immense happiness from everything you love doing, whether a hobby, a business might bring you some lovely income, a romantic relationship will make you feeling great, loved and admired. Maybe some performance on a stage you're preparing, it will go very well. People will love it. People will love you right now. And also your children will be very happy and bring you only joy and good news. Let's draw a card for you, like card advice, let's say, for this Capricorn full moon. Wow. Scorpios, you get a familiar card sometimes for you, the devil. So basically the devil speaks about temptations that you might meet, that not always would be the right choice, even though it might seem like something great to do, but not with a very fair means, let's say. Also, the devil is sometimes about being chained, but almost willingly. Like the devil can be. It's actually the sign of the card of Capricorn. Yeah, like the full moon, let's say if it happens in your second house and it's the house of finances, right? So you want to earn big money. I mean, who doesn't? But the devil would be the card of some big corporation that would be like, okay, let's sign a contract and I'll give you this huge salary, but in return you will work for 42 hours a week for us, and no holidays this summer. So you see, it's like offer, yeah, devil's offer, kind of. It sounds very good. It's actually pretty clear what you sell yourself for, but then you might actually not be very happy with your choice. So I would recommend you to double check all the options, all the offers that you get. If by any chance you will feel that somewhere there is something like either hidden or not clear, and you should think about the consequences which you will get and whether you're not getting into a trap for some seamless reward, whether you actually need it so much or not. But also the devil is truly about some big business enterprises and big finances, as Capricorn is. So maybe you will be actually offered to join a corporation or some large financial project. Just think carefully what it will actually cost you on the other hand. And yeah, finally we reach Sagittarius. Sagittarius, for you, this full moon in Capricorn happens either in your second or your first house. That depends what the areas of life for you will be triggered. If it's second house, then you will get some revelation about your work and income, some culmination. Maybe you will get some deserved bonuses and financial rewards. Maybe you will get promoted, or maybe you will quit your job and start your own business. You know, some end of some process might come as well with this full moon. Maybe you will buy something important, big, great, expensive for your household. If the full moon happens in your first house, Sagittarius, then it's about you personally. It's about your health. It's about your body. It's about your image. Maybe you will decide to change your look, your image, or it's about your relationship with the world, how people see you, how you interact with people. So something, maybe a relationship will go to a next level in your life or will end because of some reason, or there will be some conversation and discussion in which you will get some revelations about yourself, even perhaps, or about your partner. Maybe you will be revealing something to the world as the moon illuminates your persona, you. Now, the full moon makes great, lovely, positive aspects to Jupiter, the planet of joy and big happiness and expansion and possibilities. And Jupiter transits either your fourth or your third house. Now, if it's about your fourth house, then great news about your parents, family, property. You're getting some expansion in the place where you're living. Maybe you are moving to a larger, bigger, nicer house, or you are moving abroad, or some foreigner comes to live with you, maybe a partner from abroad. Some great news, and you will feel great at home and with your parents and family. Or if it's about your third house, then expect a lot of interaction, social communication, gatherings with people, whether offline or online. If you have a blog, maybe more public will come to become your followers. Maybe you'll get some great news from your siblings, cousins, neighbors, friends. Maybe you are indeed moving a house and you meet new, fantastic, cool neighbors. Maybe you are engaged in some social project in your community. Maybe you are getting a car, a new car, a vehicle. Start making some lovely short trips to discover the city and the country where you are living. So, and you will feel definitely awesome by doing so. And we will draw a card for you from my Golden Art Nouveau Tarot deck. So a card as an advice for Sagittarius about this full moon in Capricorn. Capricorn, for you, we have the card, the major arcana, death, the death. Now, it's about transformation. It's actually a scorpionic card, and it's about ending of one cycle and the start of a completely new cycle. Metaphorically, you see here this black rider on a white horse who is coming to some kingdom. Some people are drop dead, but behind him there is a dawn, yeah, like sunrise. So a new day is coming, something that no longer serves a great benefit purpose for you must die out from your life, right? Some like let's say really you have to finally move out from your parents, right? Or you have to finally change your position at work, or completely quit this job to start your own business, to start getting better income. Or perhaps you have to finish a relationship that does not bring you any satisfaction, any joy, any respect that you deserve and that you need, right? So something in this line, right? So the death is not a literal meaning, but it's actually a great chance for personal transformation, growth, and rebirth in a better, wiser, stronger state, right? Enjoy, guys, enjoy this full moon. I'm very curious to hear you sharing your feelings and the events of your life, how this full moon, how the tarot cards, the forecasts are playing out. Take care and see you in the next video. Bye bye.